What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing. I just finished up watching Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez, and this was a 12-rounder for the WBO Super Lightweight Championship of the World. And this fight was Saturday, June 10th from the Madison Square Garden Theater in New York City, New York. And this fight was broadcasted on ESPN, ESPN Plus, or on the ESPN app. And in this fight, uh, just Teofimo Lopez shocked all of us. He put on an outstanding performance, one of the best comeback performances I've ever seen in my years of watching boxing. But I mean, he fought phenomenally. He really shocked me. I obviously used to post a ton of prediction videos on my channel, but I was picking Josh Taylor to win a pretty clear unanimous decision. You could go find my predictions on boxingtalk.com. Go check out their articles as well as some of my fight predictions there as well. But yeah, Teofimo Lopez, in my opinion, he dominated this fight. I thought he won 117, 111. The judges had it much, much closer somehow, but I think it was a 9-3 clear fight for Teofimo Lopez. One judge had it 117, 111, the other two 115, 113. 115, 113 is way, way too close. But Teofimo Lopez is now a two-weight world champ and is the WBO champ at 140 pounds. Phenomenal performance from Teofimo. I think the most you could have given to Josh Taylor was 4 rounds, and that's kind of pushing it. Like, I really think it was such a clear 9-3. If you did watch the fight, comment down below your scorecard. But just to delve into how I scored the fight, first round, a gift to Josh Taylor. He was more active. It was a competitive round, but Taylor was more active, landing the jab. Looked very good in the first round. Then in the second round, Teofimo picked it up a little bit, landed some counter left hooks, so I gave him that round. Then the third, this was the last round before later on in the fight that I gave to Josh Taylor. Taylor went to the body a bit, was looking nice in that round, but it was a fairly competitive round as well. But then in rounds 4, 5, and 6, Teofimo had the better work than Taylor. It's not like he was dominating him, not like he was really beating the crap out of him, but he just had the better work in those rounds 4, 5, and 6. And 7 as well, you could include that. He was just he looked more confident, looked better in the ring. Taylor looked like he was fading a bit. And it wasn't like I said before, it wasn't like he was like beating the crap out of him in those rounds, in those middle rounds, but he was just doing better. But then round 8 was when Teo really started to dominate Josh Taylor. He was playing with him, he was taunting him, and he was doing those shots like the old Teo would. Those leaping hooks when he was confident against lower level opposition. He was like just shuffling around the ring, dancing around, prancing around, using head movement, making Josh Taylor miss, making him look like an amateur. He dominated Taylor in the latter half of this fight, landing big pop shots, especially in round 8. Round 9, Taylor was also beaten, battered, and played with. But then in the 10th round, Taylor looked like he had some urgency and actually won that round because he was pressing a bit more. Teofimo was less active because he kind of knew that he was going to win this fight no matter what. Especially with the work he was doing before. And then rounds 11 and 12, those were the perfect rounds for Josh Taylor to come back and maybe close the gap, and especially since the judges had the fight pretty close. I mean, maybe if Taylor would have pushed, he could have eked out maybe a draw, considering the two judges had it one round away from a draw, which is ridiculous. But rounds 11 and 12, Teofimo also played with Josh Taylor, especially round 12, which is backing him up. In round 12, it looked like Josh Taylor was actually really hurt. He got caught with a check hook, was wobbled around the ring, was getting hit with big right hands. It was a big round for Teofimo. But in the end, a big win for Teofimo Lopez, now 19 and 1, 13 KOs, the new WBO World Champ and Ring Magazine Champ as well. And Josh Taylor, this is his first ever loss on his record, obviously. I mean, there was that Jack Catterall fight that was really, really controversial, really disputed. But for Teofimo, what could be next for him? WBO World Champ. Fights on Top Rank. Top Rank has a lot of big names at 140 pounds and 135 pounds. The first name that comes to mind for me, or the first two names that come to mind for me that I definitely could see Teofimo facing next are Arnold Barbosa and Jose Ramirez, who are both highly ranked by the WBO at 140 pounds, and they both fight on Top Rank. So Jose Ramirez lost to Josh Taylor in 2021, I believe it was, and he lost pretty clearly in that one, and he's since bounced back with some solid wins, and now he's currently ranked, I think within the top four in the WBO. Arnold Barbosa, he's undefeated, coming off of some very solid victories as well, and he is now also, I believe, ranked now in the top three in the WBO. So either of those two names, I could definitely see Teofimo Lopez defending that WBO belt against. But the third name we could see Teofimo Lopez facing, this is a bit of a wild card, but it is Devin Haney. He's the undisputed 135-pound champion, just came off of a controversial win over Vasily Lomachenko, as most of you guys know. But I definitely think that Devin Haney could be an option, but most likely I think it's going to be either Ramirez or Barbosa. But Haney, he could move up in weight, who knows, and have a big super fight with Teofimo Lopez, especially after that big fight against Vasily Lomachenko. So overall, Teofimo Lopez puts on the performance of his life after some lackluster performances prior, putting on a dominant showing of the skill that we saw of Teofimo Lopez a few years ago, defeating Josh Taylor by unanimous decision to become the new WBO world champ and a two-weight world champion as well. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.